The brain. The human brain weighs approximately 2% of the total human weight. But for some reason, the brain is regarded as one of the most vital organs of the human body. It is the most vital according to other research. Why is this so? This is because the whole human body functions in direct response to what the brain would have them do. More so, 20% of the calories taken go to the brain. This is what helps the brain to keep in check. This episode from Brainfield explores the brain and foods that would help keep boosting your brain, and at the same time, foods that will improve your memory. The foods listed in this video help you improve brain capacity, how you can perform tasks, how well you can concentrate, and ultimately, memory retention, which is a significant problem in adults. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, today is as good a day as any to do so. One of these foods on this list would shock you. But remember, this video is plainly for educational and informative purposes. If you notice you have issues with your brain power and memory, consult your local doctor. 10 foods to boost brain power and improve memory. Number 1. Fish. Fish is on this list because of omega-3 fatty acids. The body requires omega-3, which helps reduce the possibility and frequency of heart diseases and other conditions. About 60% of the whole brain is made of fat, and half of that fat is omega-3 fat. Omega-3 helps the brain to build brain cells, and the fats are at the same time necessary for learning and memory. But the problem with this is that the body cannot produce omega-3 fatty acids. Thankfully, fish is an excellent source of omega-3. The salmon fish is said to have the most amount of omega-3 deposit in all types of fish available to us today. Adding fish into your diet, and specifically the intake of salmon regularly, would make your brain sharper, increase your concentration, and help to strengthen your memory. In case you are not mainly a fan of eating fish, fish oils and supplements perform similar functions. Eating the fish naturally is most recommended. Number 2. Tomatoes. If you take account on the best sources of carotenoids, vegetables will top that list, especially red and green vegetables. It is no wonder that tomatoes come as a priority on this list. Scrutiny has been placed on tomatoes because it comes with this nutrient that ultimately improves cognition and serves as a memory booster for ample time. But while tomatoes are undoubtedly helpful to the human brain, the species of tomatoes that is the most helpful is the cherry tomatoes. The crucial part of the tomato is its skin. This is where the nutrients that we seek lie, the lycopene. Cherry tomatoes have a more significant skin than other species of tomatoes, which means they would naturally contain a heavier dose of lycopene. You want to take tomatoes because it would help prevent you from depression-causing inflammation. It sounds strange to be in a good mood because you eat tomatoes often, but it is true. Number 3. Broccoli. When you talk about some foods that help the entire body, it would be unreasonable for broccoli to be absent. In the same way, broccoli has no business being out of that list when we talk about foods that would do the human brain much good. Broccoli is rich in nutrients such as calcium, vitamin C, B vitamins, beta-carotene, iron, fiber, and vitamin K. With so many nutrients, you want to ask what their function is in the human body. They help with proper blood circulation and help the brain by removing heavy metals that injure the brain's health. In improving brain power, it is proven that the intake of broccoli helps the brain to recover speedily and healthily when an injury is sustained inside of the brain. In the long run, constantly incorporating vegetables such as broccoli, Brussels sprout, and cauliflower help to reduce the possibility of cognitive decline. Number 4. Beets. Do you want to increase brain power? The elementary addition to your daily diet should be beets. Beets are high in nitrates. The role of nitrate in the brain is that it helps increase blood flow in the different parts of the brain, especially the parts of the brain that are responsible for core functionality in the human body. With beets, dementia isn't really a thing. How? Beets contain vitamin B9, and not only does this nutrient help to reduce cognitive decline, it at the same time prevents the occurrence of dementia. So here's a cheat code. If you want to stay clear of dementia in your old age, consuming more beets would be a good idea. While you are in your prime, the intake of beets would mean that your consumption of carotenoids is high. This is important because the work of this nutrient is to boost the brain's functionality while keeping your brain in a state that keeps it off depression. Number 5. Nuts. In the same way we could mention a number of equally beneficial seeds to the brain, we could name nuts. When we talked about fish and how helpful it is to the brain, we dwelt on the fact that fish contains fat that is needed by the brain. Nuts do too, especially walnuts, hazelnuts, and almonds. They contain omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Nuts do not only have fat, they also contain antioxidants and vitamin E. The latter, as with other foods on this list, helps to improve cognition in humans. In contrast, the antioxidants reduce oxidative stress linking disorders, which are pretty standard in people of older years. In 2014, a study was conducted on the relationship between nuts and overall brain performance. This study's result shows a direct link between the intake of nuts and overall optimal brain functionality. Number 6. Berries. You see those berries you pick up to eat? The health benefits are far more than you could have imagined. And no, this is not the fact that they are good as antioxidants. They apparently have more health benefits than that. This is true about a number of berries, but specifically blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries. These berries contain anthocyanins. Anthocyanins' function in the brain is that they help protect the brain cells from aging rapidly. At the same time, it protects the brain from inflammatory actions that could cause severe damage to the neurons in the brain or impair motor skills, thereby reducing cognitive function. Here's another fact about berries. They're helpful in treating brain disorders or diseases such as Alzheimer's. So yes, berries are far more beneficial to the human nervous system than we have ever known. Number 7. Avocados. The reputation for avocados is divided. Some people would definitely jump at it being listed in the video, and others would stare in anger and disbelief. But like it or not, avocados are beneficial to the brain. People that shy away from avocado do this majorly because of the fat it is said to contain. However, isn't it nice to have fat that is helpful to your brain, and by extension, your body, than foods that contain fat that add unnecessary fat to your skin and find a way to block the arteries in your body? Avocados contain healthy fat. Talk about monounsaturated fats, omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. What do they do aside from being healthy? They help increase the flow of blood to the brain while reducing cholesterol levels and absorbing antioxidants. But that's not all that avocados do. Avocados would help reduce the risk of stroke, and this is a result of the presence of potassium and vitamin K. Number 8. Coconut and coconut oil. Coconuts can be eaten raw and dry. Both methods have different health results on the body. But let's not dabble into the other health implications of eating coconut. Instead, let's focus on the food as a whole, specifically the most essential part of the coconut to the nervous system, coconut oil. The importance of coconut oil in the human body goes beyond using the oil as an ingredient for beauty hacks. The major component of coconut oil is the medium-chain triglycerides. How do the MCTs help the brain? Research has shown that this component in coconut oil serves as a substitute for glucose in the brain. This is to the end that it favors people diagnosed with impaired memory or slow brain functionality. Mind you, MCTs produce ketones. Ketones, being a byproduct, also increases cognitive functioning and the ability to focus in humans. Number 9. Almond butter. When we mentioned almond nuts as a great inclusion to your diet, it was far from a joke. In fact, substituting your regular intake of peanut butter for almond butter is encouraged by nutritionists. Why? Almonds are a great source of vitamin E. Peanut butter is fantastic in its own right, but the choice is evident compared to the 3 times portions offered by almond butter. Regular intake of almond butter is said to reduce the risk of cognitive impairment. More so, studies have shown that patients suffering from Alzheimer's disease notice a slower decline rate of their condition when they are placed on an almond butter diet. This is when persons already face these challenges. On the other hand, constant intake of almond butter helps prevent cases of age-related memory loss conditions and poor brain performance. Number 10. Dark chocolate. If you stayed until this part, you must have wondered what the incredible food was. Well, it is dark chocolate. Who would have guessed that chocolate would end up on this list? Aside from health nutritionists, no one else would have. Note that the chocolate in question here is dark chocolate, not white or milk chocolate. These types are usually high in sugar content, and a bunch of other ingredients are used to process them. Dark chocolate does not, and this is what makes it healthy. Additionally, dark chocolate contains flavonoids as well as anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It generally improves the flow of blood to your brain and, by doing so, increases the cognitive function of the brain. If you have a bar of dark chocolate with over 75% cocoa in it, you should readily get all the benefits required from chocolate. Which of these foods shocked you the most? Were you expecting to see dark chocolates on our list? Which food do you think deserved to be on this list more? Tell us in the comment section. Once again, this video is strictly for educational and informative purposes. Till next time, don't forget to like and share this video.